and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
employees, that's approximately a 3 to 5% increase of $1,500. Directors' wages, the same thing, approximately 3 to 5%. With a couple of those, you probably noticed a couple of those were outliers, and that's just getting them up to probably what they deserve. New staff members and/or taking on new responsibilities. And then, like I said, status quo for the administrative contracts, but that'll roll that over to a 2-year contract.
Move we approve these increases.
Second. It's been moved by Steve, seconded by Ken. Any discussion? All in favor? Motion passes 5-0.
Thanks, Tom.
Other business.
Okay, well, I recommend the approval of Taryn Meister's quote to paint the high school hallways. We've added a couple classrooms of where new staff will be coming in and/or, the elementary art room that around the same stuff like that's looking pretty yuck. But she's already started. It's a hallway. High school, it looks really, really nice. Definitely brightens it up a little bit. Fresh coat of paint. She'll be doing the same in a lot of different areas in the high school, but she has already started that because she was the lowest bid of the 3 that were given.
So moved. Second.
Moved by Ken, seconded by Wes. Any discussion? All in favor? Motion passes 5-0.
I recommend the approval of the resolution to raise the micro purchasing threshold from $10,000 to $50,000. Tom, do you have any details on that as far as other than things just cost more and $10,000 seems to not get a lot these days?
With federal money, there's 3 purchasing procurement methods, micro purchasing, small purchasing, and bids and quotes. The micro purchasing threshold right now is $10,000, which is the state threshold. So anything less than that, you can just go out and purchase. Anything over that, up to, I believe it's $150,000, was a small purchase. And that you just had to get 3 informal quotes. Anything over that required the formal bid process. But that is an annual limit. So where we our schools have ran into problems for us is mainly repairs. You call the same person out here 2 or 3 times and they're, $2,000 or $3,000 each time. Annually, we're spending over that $10,000 threshold. The state came in and said we can raise that threshold to $50,000 and still be all right. We just got to self-certify that we're going to do that, and it's got to be this will be an annual thing from now on.
And then the next step will be 50 to 150, or does it increase the small purchase?
The small purchase will still have the same cap. Once it reaches that, you'll have to go to the formal bids, which we go through NESIC for all of that, the dairy and food.
I'll move that we raise that threshold to 50 grand.
Second.
Moved by Kevin, seconded by Ken.
Does that mean like Terrence saying we would in the future we wouldn't on a paint job like that?
This
Does that count as a
is
repair?
just for federal money.
Okay.
And right now, that's cafeteria, special ed, we use all for shared services, so it really wouldn't apply. So it really just involves cafeteria.
Okay.
All in favor? Motion passes 5-0. Sorry, to interrupt, Wes. On to superintendent. Oh, no, rules rights.
The last recommendation is the approval for meal prices for the 24-25 school year. And we have elected to not increase those. If you remember a few years back, we had to increase those approximately 10 cents at a time. They backed off on that. You're also going to hear the rumblings of free lunches out there. You probably did with some neighboring school corporations. And just understand that a lot of that is based on the free and reduced lunch population. We've looked into that, and we would have been in the hole about $60,000 had we done that. So it does take a very specific threshold when it comes to the reimbursements that are out there. So we did look into it, and NESIC will continue to look into it. That was a topic of discussion at our meeting last Wednesday. And people were very interested because you can essentially have one school in a corporation that's larger, you can have one school that qualifies and one school that doesn't. Just like for our summer lunch program, the north side of 331 or Main Street qualified and the south side did not, just because of the assessed values and all of those things that happen. So you will hear that, and that's just something that we did look into for the sake of our people, but in the end, it's just not sustainable for us to continue to serve lunches at that rate. Anything else to add to that, Tom?
Nope.
I move we approve next year's lunch prices. That's good.
Second.
Moved by Steve, seconded by Wes. Any other discussion? All in favor? Motion passes 5-0.
Just a heads up, I did ask our building level leaders to stay home tonight. Right? We're going to be meeting on Friday, right as a board, so this is a reminder that we meet at Sweet G's on Friday to look at this past year and then obviously look into the future of just projects and things we want to accomplish. So I just simply asked them to send me their reports, so I'll take care of both my report and their report. So continuous improvement. I'm excited to report that the sound system, the trench, TAC, and Tundra have been substantially improved. As we noticed at graduation, these systems similar to the Performing Arts Center were assessed and updated with the expertise of Sweetwater Sound out of Fort Wayne. Ryan Sloan has been incredible to work with, and his crews are true professionals in the field of sound. I think our patrons will quickly recognize the difference this fall. So the football field, I think Kevin had the ringside seat to that on Saturday, was completed. Obviously, graduation was much improved, and it's not even tweaked all the way to its best yet, but definitely improved from the past. But we did find out 70% of our speakers were in some way, shape, or form blown in the TAC, or excuse me, in the trench. So there was a reason it sounded a little garbly, because we had it turned up way too high, and it was just trying to push out the sound and no real clarity. So much needed. So that does help us really feel good about that project and the fact that it's going to be a lot more of a quality experience for our people. The high school hallways, a couple of classrooms, a couple of rooms in the elementary that are in the process of getting a fresh coat of paint over the new year, as we just approved. Thank you to Vanatco. We've heard for a long time the banners in the trench kind of have a purple feel to them. Vanatco is actually the company that did that. Since we've changed the LED lights, it probably made it even worse. And so we're just simply going kind of back to the drawing board. They're going to be able to recover those and make them our colors. So we're heading back to do that. They actually covered one. Tom and I looked at it today. It's maybe not 100% where we want it, so they have agreed to make sure it's right and make sure when we put those back up there that display our successes, that they really reflect our colors and kind of go with the rest of the gym. So they're doing it at a significantly cheaper price than getting all new banners, so it's kind of nice. It's just an overlay, but they'll have all of our numbers on there for sectionals and regionals and conference wins and all that stuff. So you will notice that eventually. The fence in between the football field and Gansey Court is the section of fence we'll be doing this year, so much needed there. The fence is in pretty sad shape, so we'll be working on that. That's the next section of fence this year. Now that it's drying out just a little bit, we can get on some roof repairs. So we have been looking at the elementary. There's a covering over the elementary roof that we did probably 10 or so years ago. So we've had some experts look at that and just see what some solutions would be to making sure that we're keeping that protected. And so that is on the agenda to eventually take care of. Inside door upgrades, just once again, just taking a look at things around, having a critical eye and trying to make those look a little bit better. Most of those right now are in the entry of door 4 of the high school, so the band room, the entry into the trench, and then the other side of those doors as well that just chipped, and they've had a lot of wear and tear over the years, so we're going to make that a nice entry. Sidewalk repairs in addition to the high school drop-off area, just extending that a little bit. If you've had to drop any kids off at the high school for mornings, there's just the one walkway right outside of where the baseball diamond is. We're going to put a sidewalk along there so you can drop off multiple places and you don't have to be one person dropping off only. So we can do that multiple places and hopefully make that a little bit more efficient. Like the large high is set to be sealed and coated the week of moratorium week, which will be our low traffic areas. That is also the weekend of Breeze Run. So we have had conversations with Stacy Jennings. It's set to be done during the week. Their run is until the 6th. So we should be all right, but we all know that that's dependent on the weather, right? And so I've communicated that. We're going to have a secondary game plan as necessary, but that parking lot will be blocked off the week of moratorium week, that first week of July. The weight room board adjustments will give the entire Triton staff access to the weight room on non-athletic times. Obviously, our athletic teams will have kind of priority there as far as after school and stuff like that, but we're going to fob that and also give our elementary and high school staff access to a workout area just to improve all sorts of healthy patterns there. So we did a nice little benefit for them. Moving on to shared leadership, I want to thank Triton staff for a successful year. It takes all of us to prepare our students to reach the pinnacle of their high school careers, and that was graduation. I think we would all agree graduation was just a really good day. 2 awesome speeches. I feel like it was just a quality time to celebrate our graduates. I want to congratulate our seniors, their parents, loved ones for making graduation ceremony a wonderful experience. It truly takes shared leadership from the students, parents, community, and school personnel to help lay the foundation for our students' future, and our community should be proud of them. Social responsibility, we are looking forward to Breeze Run, which is the first week of July, as well as the Touch a Truck event that will be taking place at the end of July, on July 27th. That will be happening on our campus. High expectations, congratulations to Addison Veers, a University of Indianapolis commit for her 9th place finish at the state track and field tournament. She finished the year with a new personal school record of 42 feet, 2 inches, 2¼ inches. So just congratulations to her. Nathan Schwartz has proved himself to be an asset to the Reese Theater. He has an internship at the Reese next school year, but he's already started working with them this summer because he's proven his worth and his ability to be a problem solver there. So that's an awesome thing for him. And I did want to congratulate regional qualifier Riley Beamish. That happened after last board meeting. So congratulations to her. Alignment, we're pleased to see growth in both our reading and math scores. We are committed to continue to see growth more in the years to come. So definitely see growth, but definitely want more. So we're continuing to look at those. One of the adjustments that you'll hear more about on Friday is we're going to be starting our reading interventions and our math interventions earlier. Next school year, we're going to start them right away with those kiddos that are on the bubble and struggling versus waiting until after Labor Day, which is when we usually collect all the data. So we're going to base it off of last year's data and continue to engage with those kids, and then we'll reassess that at Labor Day. So just some adjustments there. So,
Jeremy, you mentioned it's graduation.
yes, sir.
The 2 fine speeches, I agree.
Yep.
You know, Jocelyn Faulkner did a really nice job with her
She
prayer
did.
too.
Awesome.
That was.
Just
That was
awesome.
very
Yeah,
nice.
I agree. I agree with you.
Kind of, you talking about sidewalk repairs,
Mhm.
the tack sidewalk going in, just that one spot where there's,
Yeah.
what can be done about that?
It will have to be removed and replaced.
That whole section probably?
Yeah, we've talked a little bit about that. We feel like it just didn't get sealed in that area,
Okay,
for some reason, but yeah, we'll have to take those 2 sections out because it is getting to a point where it's cracking enough to where if a foot goes in there and it just continues during the winter time, it's gonna be.
okay.
Meanwhile, about $40 worth of JV Weld will hold that.
There you go.
Seriously.
Is that right?
Oh yeah, mix up some JV Weld and put it down in there and smooth it out.
Well, we may have to work that out.
They do make repair for
That's a lot of tubes.
It is.
It's a lot of tubes.
A lot of tubes.
A lot of going like this.
Quite
Well, you can
less
buy the
expensive
bigger
than replacing the whole thing. So that's a good thought. So if that's truly the case, we'll work it
Tell
out.
Barry I recommended
All
that.
right, all right.
Probably took him full of crap.
But yes, we have discussed that, and
Okay.
obviously it's not only an eyesore, but eventually it's gonna be a trip hazard there as well. So I
Okay.
appreciate you saying something, yep.
All right, no patrons present. Will we have building reports tonight, or we're just gonna hear them Friday? Are you gonna give them?
I'm gonna go ahead and give those, yep. High school reports, from Mr. McCann. Obviously, 63 graduates this year, thanks to all the staff who helped reach this milestone. Also thanks to everyone who attended and helped prepare for graduation. Approximately 55 students are taking summer school courses through Indiana Online Academy or Ivy Tech. Summer school started today and will end July 21st. So a little bit abbreviated than the elementary. Currently, he is looking to fill an instructional assistant position for the upcoming year. His office hours will be, or their office hours will be 8 to 3 for the remainder of this week. And they'll not have regular office hours again until the week of July 22nd, which will be the week leading up to registration. But obviously, feel free to call. They will be in and out of the office. It just won't be regular hours with all the just things going on. The Triton Elementary report, May 23rd, finished up the year with a beautiful field day. It was a beautiful day, no major injuries, lots of fun. Thanks to our staff, parents, volunteers, Culligan Water, and gold level sponsors for that event. Summer school is in full swing, a total of 77 pre-kindergarten through grade 3 students, 11 staff members doing math, reading with whole group and small group formats. I believe I said this, and maybe it was in the email, but we have every one of our teachers this year, every one of our teachers working with kids this year are certified staff members, so licensed teachers. So when you think small groups, highly qualified, it really does help to have those teachers that do utilize that method of instruction every day in their class. So it's awesome. Third graders will take the iRead next Tuesday. We are currently in the high 80s. If you remember last year, every kid that took that the second time passed that. So we're hoping for the same success. Several elementary teachers are taking the science of reading courses that I believe we discussed a little bit at last month's board meeting. But they're diving in and they're working hard to get those done. Great training and valuable information for our teachers. I will tell you it's kind of long and monotonous as well, but it is valuable information. So they've been good sports about that, at least to our faces. No, really, it's tough sometimes to sit through for a 7-hour on a Zoom format, so it is a long training. iLearn reports are being prepared to be mailed out to parents, conducting interviews for instructional assistant positions today. They've been working on class placements and master schedules changes for the fall. And Candace Haynes is doing her off-level internship in the administration offices at the elementary this summer and helping with supervision of summer school and completing related projects. So she is working on her master's to eventually be a principal. And so she has to do her internship, and she's doing, when I say off-level, she is a high school teacher, so the off-level would be the elementary part of that. And we'll be doing some of those activities at the high school this next school year. So yeah, that's all I have.
Well, if there's no other business, we'll move to adjourn at 7:23.